So it's successful, and clearly there's a lot of people who like it.
Okay, so I've been just going through our messages, our notes, our little comments that go onto our videos, and I've made a little bit of a pen pal with the Whiskey Smith. Don't know his real name. I don't know if it's a guy or a girl actually, but she was commenting on one of our videos and then brought up a very weird and interesting and awesome campaign that was done in the UK for Nescafé Gold. Nescafé Gold is obviously it was an elevated brand of instant coffee, right? Because I mean it's instant coffee, so they got to find a way to sell something that's convenient, but yet still think that it's going to taste really awesome like real coffee out of a French press. And so they did this really awesome thing. I'm going to play the video, the first of the videos, so you can watch it, and then we can talk about Nescafé Gold.
Hello. I'm sorry to bother you, but I'm having a dinner party and I've run out of coffee.
Come in.
Thank you.
Will Gold Blend be too good for your guests?
Oh, I think they could get used to it.
It's a very sophisticated coffee.
They have very sophisticated taste.
Do they?
Yes. Well, I must be getting back.
Now, golden roasted, richer, smoother, Nescafé Gold Blend.
Have you met your new neighbor yet? Oh, I've popped in for coffee.
So very soap opera, very Young and the Restless going on there. I actually you have a better connection to it. You when we talked about this before we got on, what was the show that you said that this is kind of
Well, let's first of all
fashioned
start
after?
off. Let's first of all start off. You shared with me the ad, and I watched it, and I said I freaking hated it.
Oh, this is true. You were like,
I
you're
was
like, I don't know
oh
if
my
I want to
God,
do
this
this one.
This is terrible. And then I looked into it, and I went, okay, they had a lot of success with it. I watched a bunch of the other ads, and they did this great job of this big long story arc, but I was still like, man, I don't get it. And then I suddenly realized why I disliked it,
There we
why
go.
it worked, and why I would run the ads even though I disliked them.
Perfect. Go ahead. Talk to me.
I disliked them because if you really took a look at it very closely, the style of shot and dialogue and everything completely is Coronation Street.
That's the one. Coronation. I'd say I never
Now, if
watched
you think
Coronation
about
Street.
it, Coronation Street is the most successful. Like, they broke the Guinness Book of World Records 11 years ago when they went 50 years.
Right. Yeah.
And
yeah,
I
it's been on
forget
forever.
How many tens of thousands of episodes? It is one of the most successful. Well, it is of all time on television. Is Coronation Street. Okay.
Right.
So it's successful, and clearly there's a lot of people who like it. I watch Coronation Street and I want to poke my eyes out with a sharp stick. I can't stand the pacing.
But wait
I
a
don't
second.
like it at all. But
Oh man, but you know what, Steve? Real quick, I know you have a butt there, but I want to say, but you wait a second. It moves you. It moves you to the negative, but it moves you. It takes you from
Right, but-
middle to not. I don't like this at all.
But here's the other thing is, when you look at something and it's modeling something that's been really super successful,
Yep.
really super successful, that I don't like, screw me. I'm one person. There
Yeah.
is a whole lot of people who love this.
Exactly.
So therefore, you know what? Do it. And this
Yeah.
is the thing you've got to sometimes recognize as a marketer. You look at something and go, I don't like this. And way too often people go, I don't like it, don't run it. Okay. I would have said, I don't like it, don't run it. But if you had said to me, but we're modeling this off of, look at this, it's the same as Coronation Street, I would have looked at it and said, yeah, it is. So therefore, run it.
Right. Well, here's the thing. So when I watched it and I thought it was, guys, I'm going to say it. I thought it was dull. It was a little bit drab. The actors are awesome in it. Anthony Head is the male actor, and he's actually Mr. Mannion from Ted Lasso. So he's had a pretty good career. He's a pretty good actor in his own right. But when I watched it, I was just like, yeah, this is a really cool story. I like writing story arcs. So, you listen, I write for clients that you brought on board to the Wizard of Ads. And I like to write a story arc. I like to have this continuing, journey of what the client's going through, or what they're doing, or if it's character, however we write them. So I thought, just for that specific reason, but it also ran for like 8 years. I mean, it's a campaign that ran for a long time.
They have got a fantastic story arc, and they stayed true to the pacing, and they stayed true to the angle, and they stayed true to that whole Coronation Street style of telling a story. And look, that's the reason why it worked. But sometimes what we have to do is we have to be really careful when we look at something and say, I don't like this. We have to be really careful at, am I dismissing it for the right reasons?
Perfect.
Sometimes,
I love that.
sometimes it is the right reasons. It's striking the wrong emotional chord. It's making me feel this way when you need me to make feel this way. Sometimes it's, I don't like it because I didn't like how it was shot. But if it's a style that you can look at and say, but you know what? There's a whole big chunk of the world that loves that style. Then you got to go, okay, you know what? Just not for me. What I know is there's a whole pile of people who love that stuff.
Well, it's funny because
coffee.
And they drink. I was going to say, like, here's the thing: the audience
or at least
themselves.
I tried to get them to move from tea to coffee.
Yeah, I was going to say in England, right? They were definitely trying to do that.
But they knew that's what they were trying to do because they were running these in England.
Exactly. Well, I think too, when you think about this, it's like coffee drinkers. I mean, they way outweigh non-coffee drinkers. I think that's an easy thing that we can talk about. In the world that these ads played, the whole idea of this shared experience, which is over and over again, this shared experience, and then a cliffhanger at the end of every episode where are they going to continue this story or not? Like, what is the next thing? We talked about this a lot of times. So if you're going to put together a campaign, mystery is one of the best ways to get people to engage and to connect to the story. Again, I thought the stories were drab, but I think actually it wasn't the stories themselves. But if you noticed inside the ad, I'm going to play one more in a second. But if you notice that, I think they were a little too heavy-handed with the selling of the coffee, like that part of the
Maybe
ad.
a little bit.
It was just a little too heavy-handed.
Yes, I'm going to agree with that. Consumers are not dumb; they get it. You don't have to beat them up. You don't have to beat them over the head. The ads would have been even a little bit better if they made that a little bit softer, and people would have still got it. Like they get it.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, and again, it's owning the heart, so that when the decision needs to be made that I need to, get some coffee, I can get the regular Nescafé or get the Nescafé Gold. Well, that's the one that guy in the commercial, and they're really good and they love that. Right. It's the one thing that they're here. Let me play this. I'm going to play this ad because it's a good one, because it talks about that they come from different places. And so they both share coffee, which what I really like. So watch this one.
I don't think this is going to work.
You may be right.
We don't seem to have much in common.
I know. I hate opera, you hate jazz.
And I loathe modern art.
It's my job.
So, about the only thing we do have in common is...
Our taste in coffee.
Golden roasted, richer, smoother, Nescafé Gold blend.
Hello.
I want to see you now.
Okay, so she doesn't like modern art. He doesn't like the ballet. But yet they have this affinity for the coffee, and they have this blooming affection for each other. And so they did such a good job. Like, that's the thing. Like, I want, like, you were like, oh, it would never, this wouldn't have moved me. But wait a second, it really brought the idea that this coffee is for everybody, and it's elevated.
Yes.
And they were able to do that over the course of time, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, Nescafé did a really good job.
And create that emotional bond and create that connection and all that other stuff. And it's well, absolutely well done. And look, a cheat you can always use, and we use it all the time. We as Wizard of Ads partners cheat. We cheat. And one of the cheats is, if there's something out there that's popular, whether it's a genre or a type of character or a trope or something along that lines. And if we can copy it, and copy it in a manner, and not copy it in a manner where everybody sees it, copy the feel of it, what we know is it'll work. The moment I realized it was in the style of Coronation Street, I knew it would work.
Right. Well, you did. You were listen, everybody listening, Steve was like, Matt, I don't think we should do this one. Like, it's not the one I'm not in. You can't convince me. And I'm like, dude, and the only thing I said to you was that it ran this long, you should watch it. Just watch a couple more because watch it. And then it was when you put together why you knew it was successful. That was your ability then to jump into it. For me, the fact that it was successful was good enough. The fact that it had mystery, I've said this lots of times. I love writing mystery into things. I love that. The fact that we use mystery so much, all of those things, made it right. And listen, my mom used to watch, I can't remember which one it was, As the World Turns, as a soap opera. And that's my connection to it. It felt very much like that. And I remember, having to sit through an episode or two and try to find out if it was his baby or not. Come back next week. So I thought they did a really good job. And Whiskey Smith, thank you for putting that out. So Whiskey Smith, here's a little connection. So Whiskey Smith, I figured out by going to his website, because I was really curious about who this person was. They have taken the whiskey sommelier course at the Wizard Academy.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and so I said,
as have I.
As have you, exactly. And I am going to. This is my year. I'm going to take my course. But what I liked about it was that all of the comments that came in were very marketing savvy, and the whiskey sommelier course is a whiskey marketing course. So I said, man, talk to me anytime about anything you want. And then he brought this up. So this is really cool. So thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you, Whiskey Smith. I appreciate you. I'm sorry Steve doesn't like your ad references, but we can't win them all. But great job. And Steve, listen, I'm glad that you got past the I don't like it, but I guess it worked, so I have to talk about it. Awesome. Listen, everybody, thank you so much. I appreciate it, and we will talk to you next time.